there we go. We should be ready to start off our new season. I think we hit the workshop. We even look through our subscribed items. Oh, let's see if this does. We have a full bunch of subscribed items. Like a whole bunch. Yeah, a lot of pages. A lot of pages. But we're gonna go for a nice 1930 start. I was watching someone who was doing it in 1928, and like, I know they started pretty late. I feel like nice 1930s seemed like a pretty fun time. We might eventually skip ahead as we go, but I feel like it could work. I did sort of scout out a little bit ahead where we wanted to go, so we'll make the map and we'll just sort of go through a little bit of the easy way to do it. Start year doesn't fully matter what we set it as. Oh, this should be set. So we'll stick with realistic for now. We'll see how nightness and all that reacts. I like the idea of you do get rain and stuff if you do hit static sun. But I kind of like the idea to say moving sun. I have a few solar panels and things, and I want to see how they work. Just to sort of get that easy power near the start. And I feel like it's a little cheaty if we hit always day. So if we stick with default, which my amounts kind of killed us in the past, but we'll see. But we might stick with default. We do see start year does only go down to 1960. So I do have a program that I have the link for that should let us change the pass down, which I've tested a few times and it will. So if we just sort of hit generate with all our settings on realistic, and we'll let it build. And we are in. So we do see the start. Oh, yeah, there we go. And we see the start date is still 1960. We'll change that in a moment. But if we were to look through our sort of map, if we take this arrow and drag it up, you can see it changes the size. It's something that I feel like it should say, yeah. Because it's not really changing position. But like in this huge area of the map, for sure helps you with that planning. So that's what I was sort of going with. We're in Magnitogorsk. I mean, I'm not saying it the best, but I don't have the perfect accent for it. I was definitely not practicing. Nope. No practicing as we were in the loading screens. I might do that a couple times. What? But if we look through our resources, you sort of see we do have a lot of coal in this area. And some pretty flat map. So there's some hills, I guess, where you would mine. Like, this is based off the real place. So it does have pretty well scaled to what's in that sort of industrial area. And there's, I guess, a little deposit up here where it's pretty flat, so it might be a little bit of an easier one. And then we do have this lower area here. We're probably not going to focus too much down here, though. I'm hoping to start in the top left, so that we'll sort of build our way out and across to get to these resources. So that's coal. Then iron's a pretty similar top area here. So there is a little bit of iron along the riverbed, so we might try to get a little of our own iron going before we bridge out. We'll see. The main plan was sort of to not worry about the raw resources like this yet. Then we get a little tricky. If we click here, we can see there's absolutely not a drop of oil on this map. Not a little drop, nothing. So any oil, we're going to need to be either producing with, we have a couple mods that'll help us out, or we're going to have to import it. So it's going to make some things like chemicals a lot harder and more expensive, and really give us a bit of a hit on fuel early on. But then we do look at uranium. There is also no uranium. I mean, we personally haven't really made it through a realistic run that this mattered too much, but it's something of note. So if we do try to go towards nuclear, which could be a pretty fun sort of end goal, that would be something we unfortunately can't get ourselves and would need to import. And then finally we have bauxite. So we do have some pretty big bauxite veins. This could help us with a little early on money if we do want to try to go through some bauxite mining. I think I have the prospect tool. I didn't go through all these. So you can see like some nice 60s. That's fine. And then some pretty high, some sitting pretty high around the 60 area for a lot of this area zone, which is pretty nice. I mean, there's for sure higher places and all. Let's see how dark red these go. Yeah, like this area goes to the 90s. For you to look through some iron. Like I know there's iron. I think in this. I thought there's iron. Yeah, there's iron in this area too. So it's in like 90s to 100 almost. Yeah, there we go. So there's a couple iron or 100 at least, especially I guess on the hill. Yeah, but I know we were looking at my iron. So like you could see how deep that red is, and that's gonna be it's gonna give some major impact to us in our main plans. But for now, we're gonna stick to this top left area. Now I clicked a little farther. So we do have pretty big. We do have a big. What's it called? Customs house game. It's got power, rail. So this one's got everything we need. It is also between this other one and the Soviets. It does also have power in just a small customs house, which kind of helps, honestly, early on, where if you look at the entrance, it's a lot smaller, and it's going to have less traffic issues with a vehicle getting stuck in this area, waiting to come out, blocking new ones to come in. So it might feel a little counterintuitive, but I might try to start down here. It's got power. It does not have rail. So we're probably going to build up towards here soon. And then as we're in this area, we'll be able to get a lot of gravel, because this is a pretty big gravel patch. Or a pretty big stone patch to say. And then be able to sort of gravel road our way up towards here. It might feel a little slow near the start, but it just feels a little hard to start in the corner, where we're going to have a lot of limited space, especially with the power line being up there, and then worrying about the rail line if we block it off. So if we do build down here, zoom my way down quick, there we go. If we do build down here, we can build pretty close to the border entrance and not have to worry about deconstructing so much. So I think that's going to be our main plan. If we were to think back, though, we can sort of see our starting here is, well, wrong. So we got to do something about that. So if we were, the easiest way I know how to go through this is we're going to just save as. I do have a fair bit of saves. I did sort of do some testing with 1920s. It was a little slow start, but I did want to make them, and I do have a cloud save of it. So anyone could start with that pretty easily in the same map. I mean, it doesn't make too big a difference, but I like to go cloud save, so we'll do 930 example. I do already have the same map. I haven't done anything on it, but we'll just call it example, so we got a different name. And we're saved to cloud. So then you're going to want to close out, which takes a while when you have a lot of mods, but we're going to close out and open up our tools next. So, as we were sort of saying before, like I think I was watching a lot of his Steven Silverbeard. So he's got a couple different series now. I think the 1928s, well, that's pretty close to this, but I mean, we're a couple years later. And like, I don't think I have seen him skip through time. I know he's let it play out a bit, but like some pretty interesting stuff's gone through, and like he's definitely got a lot of progress. I don't think we're gonna progress that well and that quickly as he can, but we're gonna see, we're gonna hope, and I know we'll have some different challenges along the way for sure. So I know the first challenge was actually setting everything up. So something I've used is just Save Editor. You can find it in the guides of workers and resources, so I have the link there too. Blah, blah, blah. So you'll have the disclaimer, just back up your files if you're going to try to edit something currently. It's gone through all the antiviruses, a couple test things, whatever. You can edit the properties and stuff too. You can change your currency. you do have the little reset button, and then you'll just sort of scroll down all the way to the download there. So, oh, howdy, Robs. We're doing good. How are you, my good sir? We're gonna just pop it open. It's still nice exe. Boop, even if we look through the GitHub. So hey, you'll just download that. You can get the source code and all that too through there. We're just going back to the 1930s now. So that's what we go through, and we're gonna open up our save file that we made. You see it has the 60. We don't want 60, we want 30. So we're just going to change that to 30. We could change money, we could change the month, change our rubles. We have all the sort of settings. Everything except realistic setting is okay. We'll hit our save button and we'll hit OK. There is also reset economy, so I believe that's if you do change the date and stuff gets funny in the economy tab, which more stuff will come eventually. It'll just help with statistics, because the statistics save, I think, a little differently. So this just sort of helps there. Easy peasy, and that's how we, when we open the game, we'll be in the 30s instead of the 60s. Our next one, oh, that's the change time. Next was we did have the new textures in, just to make the game a little prettier. So we do have like, just I think the grass gets a little greener, the roads get a little more detail. The things that I cared about a lot more is these buttons up here get a little easier to see. And then even our sort of top bar there. So our dollars and rubles are also more clear. Are sort of working with people too, so you can see they get different colors instead of the default like grayed out. And then just a little better details on some of these images. And then the final one too, I believe they were showing it. I guess the needs is a little more details too. That's fine. The one that I'm just looking for is look at that. So people are definitely colored and highlighted better too. Yes. So this is kind of like City Skylines, but instead of money being the only resource, you actually have like physical items too. Just overview. So this one we do need to do manually, is why we were going through it quick. You'll just copy this. You'll sort of back up these couple files. You'll see it in the games file that it pops up with. So, and so even if we just grab, boop, go all the way to the 4, just click here, boop. So just copy everything in this folder and we'll just drag it over to the games files pretty much. That's the sort of easy way to do it. And then just another quick overview here is our sort of map that we're going to be playing on. It's pretty big. We do only have 3 of the 5 resources, or 3 of the 5 sort of bigger ones. I guess there's a 6th one too technically, but don't worry about that. We got those spread out. But we don't have any of that oil or uranium, as we sort of look for some inspiration from like actual pictures of the city that were sort of built the map. That the map was built off of. It'll give us a pretty good push to the future here. So I guess I'll just pop back to the 30s and give this a go. Okay, and as we loaded our way in, let's get back into this. I think like we said, we were going to try to start down here. We do have our power line, so we can just get some easy power to start. Okay, sounds like a plan. Like I said, there's our sort of limited resources through the whole map. I could turn on... Let's pop on the wireframe. I wish it was like less small. That makes sense. It's just a little frame to help us build straight. Topographically, how's our map looking too? I didn't really look through that. So there's all the little heights and such to it. We don't have anything underground yet. But if you look back at topographically, it's a little wavy, but not too bad that we need to worry about it. So as long as we're sort of in the white, we'll be fine. Let's grab our roads, and we're just gonna build straight out. Let's hit F1 twice, and it'll sort of toggle on the straight ability. Sort of just build to there for now. see, so, do we want to try to make a roundabout? I struggled last time I tried to make a roundabout. Oh my god. For some, I don't have fast. It seems scary. But, tell you what, Robs, if there's a day you're playing it, you're more than welcome to try to invite me and convince me that to play it a spooky, scary game that I'm gonna hate. You're more than welcome to try to convince me. Let's see, I don't want, that's a little too far. I'm not great at building roundabouts yet, so we're gonna try and see how horrible we do. I kind of actually lied and want to build it more this way. The grass, we have a thing now, we can just regrow the grass after, it will be fine there. This looks like it's getting funny. I don't know why. Yeah, it is funny, but that's okay. It's a little crooked, but whatever, we'll live, hopefully. This is probably a little too far. Let's try one more time. We built too long. I want them to be able to queue enough. I only put level 2 to switch to. Oh. Only put level 2 to switch. Okay. I mean, you're more than welcome to message me and we'll check. I'll try to check it out. That's definitely not something I was going to learn on my own. Did I do this before? I had this down pat before. Come on. Should turn F1 off. Let's try this. Okay, that is the wrong direction. Maybe we'll try it this way. Come on, no. I can't remember. How do I build a roundabout? We're gonna struggle on this. Let's build these out first. Maybe that was it. Here we go. Oh. Okay, that's a corner. Nope. Let's try. Let's see if we do it this way. No, it's not round yet. Okay, here we go. Yes. I remember. Just push that back a little bit more. Okay, so we go like this to something like this, and then there we go. You gotta actually have the ends. That's what it was. And I'll just close those out. This is definitely not very round. I want it a little bigger there though, honestly, and I'm okay with this. This should actually be fine. I do think I want, in case we do double roads here, because I think we might actually do some double lanes. So if we go a little to the right, there's a way to turn this node off, and I'll find it. Because yeah, there's these little purple waypoints. I think if you just double click them, it'll go off. There we go. Okay, Woohoo, you don't have to. There are tons of other games. So yeah, I mean, I'd be down to give it a bit of a go. I think, I don't know how great I'd be at it, because I kind of just roll with. I mean, I've joked around through comedy. I did a escape room a couple days ago. Last weekend actually, and I might have made some just random jokes along the way. That like the easy way to cope, just make really bad jokes that maybe someone will understand. This is a really big circle, but that's okay. We'll come here and we'll drift off to here. I could hit F1 twice just to get the magnet straight. I got that one pretty straight, so I'm not too worried about there. I hate how hard it is to get this. I want a road that's a little wider than there, just so we can try to squeeze stuff in. There we go. Yeah, I haven't been to too many. I think this one was like trying to advertise it as being scarier. There's some that have like said they're scary, and they're not. Like this one was pretty good to say scary. Like a lot of ominous knocking, the lights sort of turning off a lot. I refuse to go to one that would have actors in it, because I'm way too scared of that. But like, I feel like it was the right level. where like a good puzzle was just like anytime you'd walk past the door, like it would just start banging on the door, and like that was a clue, but it still also like scares the crap out of you every time you're walking by, especially at first when you don't realize why it's knocking, and like there's a sensor there. It's just all of a sudden just banging on the door, and like just going through all those nice fun scaries. I did put one of these here last time. Okay, so we have our sort of just built out sort of set of roads. So theoretically, I was gonna do storage stuff here, wasn't I? Yes. And then construction can just be in this general area. Beautiful. I think this is gonna be a rough outline. So we'll do a little bit of storage things along this road here. Don't think I actually need this one here. I fibbed about that guy. This should be fine. I'm cool with a little bit of slack in that. So the first sort of things we'll need. I do have a lot of the mod menu things up. I might try to go through them later. I have every modded item sort of showing up at the moment though. But we're just going to follow a bit of the base game here. Yeah, we could even turn some of them off. Where is it? The workshop button. And we'll just hit the favorites only. There we go. So now the bottom menu is only going to show what's in the actual game. It's just going to help us find the couple free things we need to start off. Because we're in realistic mode. We do have this button. It doesn't actually do anything. So that's kind of funny. I just like that it keeps showing that, but I don't have a way to hide it. Just like these buttons here too. I wish I could hide this menu, because like these I can't do anything with. They're for the normal game mode. When realistic, like these are just sitting there taking up space. Which is fine, but sorry, that was our tangent for the moment. Let us build a gas station. So we're going to get some vehicles, and all of them are going to need to go to the gas station to get fuel pretty much right when they come in. So it's nice to have that sort of there. It has some space for the queue. Because these are 2-lane dirt roads, it'll sort of get it. No, Rob. No. Our next thing we're going to need is our like construction offices. So I'll just put a couple of free ones here for now. We'll need a lot of vehicles, so they do all only hold 4 vehicles. So just a few of those. That should be fine to get us through the very start. We do have a lot of the plants and things we're not getting into quite yet. We're still paused just so we get the daytime. Oh, thank you for the bits. Don't have a thing for 10. Apparently I don't have a thing for that. Sorry, Rob. Maybe I did not text to speech. Oh, there it is. Okay, I guess we'll just wiggle for you. We can turn the game. We can start running the game, actually, honestly. It doesn't matter that much. So we'll run it in 1 speed for now, though. Just to let the day sort of come in. Thank you. There's that. What else do we need? I definitely remember where everything is. Yep. So we'll do our own construction, have construction stuff. I don't remember. Let me make sure. Actually, boop. There's text-to-speech thing's going to open up for sure this time. Also, don't have workers. This should be the top screen. Beautiful. And screen cap. Let's see if the game pops into workers in a second. I'll give it some time to figure out that that's that. Look at that. We got our first new vehicle. Little tractor. Where can we get it from? Using rubles. Okay, look at that. So we're slowly going to get some vehicles are going to pop in around the 1930s to 32, I believe, when a lot more of the motorized stuff's going to pop in, which is fine. There we go, distribution offices. So, honestly, cool to just put like one here for now. Just do 2 there for now. So we do need to buy some vehicles. So we can't use the dollar ones because we're not connected to the dollars. If we see we're connected to the Soviets. So we're not connected to sort of the little NATO style one, which is all the way up here-ish. which is a little far. Is there not a connection? I thought there was a connection up here. Oh, I guess we're a little farther from a connection than I thought if we look at the map. Yeah, so the first NATO connection is kind of far away. Well, maybe we'll sort of dirt road and wood bridge our way to it eventually. Just to sort of get some of the NATO stuff out would be nice, because both countries, or both, to say, border sets, have some different vehicles. Oh, I went too high. I want to go low. There we go. They'll have sort of different vehicles. So if we were to look here and buy some vehicles and order them to here, we can sort of see, oh, I do have a couple that are cars. I didn't realize I had a couple car ones now. But we do also have some horse, so some things might only be in horse, or a few very rough vehicles. Oh, that's why. Yeah, we were going to start a lot of our construction stuff is probably going to be mostly horse-based. That's why 1929. Yeah, I see why they start 28. But we could do a couple horse. I might avoid some of the steam stuff. I think that it takes a weird fuel. Like all the potatoes, yeah. I mean, we'll get some farms going soon. I think our first industry is going to for sure be farms. But maybe we'll grab a couple horse stuff. And let's actually pop open mod again. We'll pop back to everything. Let's go horse. Here we go. Because, yeah, it holds crops, but it takes fuel. So, oh, here we go. This was the free one. That's what we wanted. Cool, we can throw one over here. Yeah, okay, they did actually get the limit on it. Sweet. So here we go, because this actually takes crops. So because I believe it was sort of fixed. I think there was a bit of time when it wasn't doing the way I thought it would. But we'll check. Cool, just grab it. We can grab a 2-horse if we sort of see the speed. What's the difference? Yeah. Oh, cool, throw a 2-horse there. This one is going to actually be an open haul. And we'll look at capacity. There we go. That's, lose your steam. Boo, steam. But look at these horses, am I right? What's the difference? Okay, yeah, some of the steam ones are a little big. I think this one was sort of designed to hold trains and things. But we'll stick with horses to start, just because for the lulz. I did need one more distribution office, I forgot, which is fine. We'll see, they should be coming in through the border. Here we go. Look at us horsing around. Let's pop our speed up for the fun. Here, come on, border picture. Is it? There we go. Boop. Yeah, I wanted a screenshot before I forgot. Boop. Oh, gee, but look at those horses coming in. Yeah, we'll get a couple vehicle notifications, which is fine. This one I want. Yep, I want to pop here. Let's just post my screenshot in the right spot. Come on, let the page load slow. Beautiful. Okay. Name it Viking. Unfortunately, I don't think we can name the horse yet, unfortunately. But here we go. We'll just rename this one to fuel stations. Boop. So this distribution office is now going to be in charge. Oh, the new buttons threw me off a bit. Of loading there. And it's going to unload fuel to there. And we'll let it go to like 40%, just in case we do get some gas cars. And I did also want to get a covered haul. Go by speed. There we go. Look at some of these bigger horse ones. I'm pretty sure this is horse. No, that's not horsepower. Darn. Where's the horse one? Here we go. Covered wagon. Is the normal covered wagon hold more? No. 2-horse covered wagon. There we go. That'll come here. And so to see the all related vehicles, it'll be on its way. and that'll fuel up here, because I believe these vehicles are going to need some fuel soon. I don't know if they can take the fuel from this. I was not 100% sure. So that's what I wanted to test to be sure completely. We can look back at what other horse stuff we'll need. So if we do come in mods, we do get the type. So we do have this sort of horse feeding yard. There's the free one. We had some horse depots, horse construction offices. So we're sort of looking through all these sort of pieces that we'll need to build. Because we sort of do see, okay. Let's see, are they getting fuel? Oh, they do get fuel, don't they? Okay, we might break this, honestly. Yeah, you can see them fueling up here. Lols. Okay, I wasn't sure if they would. We'll see if it works or not. They said it was something that they couldn't fully manage. Yeah, they can get fuel, which I think they get eaten fuel. We'll double check. Yeah, this is on empty. But we should be able to actually use this one instead now. So, honestly, just cancel that. We might destroy this guy for a little bit. We'll see. Boop. There we go. So, maybe we'll see. Oh, yeah, because they're not actually taking fuel either. Oh, no, they are taking tiny bits of fuel. Unfortunate, but there we go. Now we know. I'm cool to just delete this, honestly. Boop. We do have fuel sitting in that truck, but that's fine. Yes, so we can feed the horses and stuff just by importing from the little customs house we have here. So all our resources sort of at the start we're going to import, and then slowly we're going to sort of go into our little industry and like be able to build. So like we have a lot of fields, then like we have storage and ways to process the fields. We have a lot of storage. Then eventually we'll be able to make like food for our people, or some like Viking might like. We can turn some of those crops into alcohol. We can also turn our crops into livestock. And then using the livestock, we can get meat. So we can slaughter them, and then we can store the meat. So right now we should have this. If we get a new vehicle in a second, we should be able to tell. So we can honestly just get a couple vehicles here. This first guy, we can just grab some dumpers. But it's really weird. Okay, it's really rare. I getcha. 2 horse dumpers. I mean, you gotta get some horse dumpers, right? So what else do we need in our construction office? Not an excavator yet. Open haul personal cargo crane. Did I not have a bulldozer? Here we go. Just to get, we can get some horse-drawn bulldozers. Come on, who doesn't want a horse-drawn bulldozer to start off our year in? Here comes the rain. All the dumpies. Yeah, we get some big ones, we get some small ones. So they'll come here. They do have very little fuel, and then they should go to here to get some crops to feed themselves. It's definitely a little slow start, but if we do see... Oh yeah, they do have a pretty slow maximum speed, honestly. That's okay. We're not here to go so big at the start. We're here to build and process. There we go. There's our horsies going. I don't know if there's a way that I would have been able to have them prioritize that, but that's okay. So we have our first construction office. Let's think through of what we actually want to get going here again, which we have our fuel line. But then we do have some more distribution offices we're going to need. Here is distribution offices, our general. Here we go. Any other free ones? No, this should be the only free one for now. Just throw... I guess just doing that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to actually want is some of those dumpies again. I forgot that these start so early. Okay. This one's going to be all horse dumpy. This guy can be 2 open hauls, and then I want 1 covered haul. Here we go. Let's just favorite that so it'll show up at the top now. There we go. That's the nice thing about having all these modded vehicles in. You sort of favor what you want. You sort of see. Now we have these distribution offices, but what are they going to distribute? It's a great question. We are going to come back to our storage. And the first one's not going to have too much yet because I don't have any other... I don't have a free of those yet. But it's getting a little dark. There we go. Just open storage is, yeah, okay. So we're just gonna try to get ourselves a few of each resource. There we go, beautiful. And then we're also going to want to come to... Why don't I see the gravel ones? I always have a hard time finding the gravel ones that I want. These aren't in open storage now, because that's an open. Nuclear storage we don't want. I guess because it would be in aggregates. That's why I always have a hard time finding it, because it's in the wrong. I'm in the wrong area for it. And we're gonna come to. There we go. So a little free aggregate. This guy is gonna hold our gravels. Could actually make these a little bigger. There we go. So these guys are built automatically, which is fine. And we can limit them to what they can hold. So that's going to hold only steel. This one's going to hold... we don't actually care about aluminum. So whoops. But this guy's going to hold prefabs. And then boop. We could actually have one that holds everything. It's just a little... I find it a little bit easier to have them sort of designated. That we'll be able to fill them up. Just because we want them to evenly fill properly. And let's see, these are dumpies. So if we come here, this will sort of load up. We'll only let it load. Oops, sorry, we'll let it load gravel, and then it can come here and it can unload gravel. And we'll do the same with this one, and it will unload just gravel. And you can see the horses are on their way. So what was this guy? These were open halls only. Oh, okay. I think I made one too many. That's fine. So these ones can pretty much grab all of them, but the load and unload, unfortunately, gets a little funny. How we do it, I don't remember the order I put them in, but because they're on limits, it'll do it properly. Oh, okay. Oh, from where? Oh, do I need to ask about it, Robs? I don't. Anything else? Okay, I will. Cause it's raining. Oh, where's it doing that again? But there has to be a limit, right? So it shows any other toppings? It's raining. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's it like? So there we go. Okay. Pizza on your tacos. I don't know. Unfortunately, yeah, the roads are going to be a little funny which pathway they're going here for now. Oops, we could have them walk in the circle another day of rain. Jeez, okay. So, we have our base 2. Let's go to that one. Okay, let's actually rename these properly before I forget. So, we'll call this prefabs. Free dash prefabs. There we go. Better. And we'll rename this one free dash steel. I actually want to change the limit on the steel one before I forget, and then we could rename this free dash bricks because we definitely don't want to have too much of these at the start. We have money and all. Free dash boards, and then we can just rename these free dash gravel. And then rename this guy to free dash gravel. There we go. As we can sort of see our horses just strolling around. You can see they're slowly bringing in steel. Beautiful. Apparently it's going to probably follow through with steel originally at the start, which is fine. I can also do this for the same one too. See if we do it like that. And then we can change these to all unloads. These are all unloads. And then this is a load. Beautiful. And we're going to actually just bump our storage percentage down to 20. So if you sort of see, there's a limit of 95. But this distribution office is only going to fill up to 20%. We'll do the same with this one. If we have our fuel one, this guy can bring this up to 40. It's fine. It'll get as close as it can to 40 pretty much. So it might take an extra load over the 40 to say, and like an extra load over the 20% on these, just to hit that, which that's the right amount. And if we look at our gravels, they're gonna fill slow. Okay. We do have some pretty slow horses at the moment, which is fine. Like they can go up to 18 kilometers an hour, so there's not too much point focus on new roads, as we have our horses there. To say, I thought we would have been focusing a little bit more on horses. I didn't realize. I looked in between for the vehicle ones. So even if we click here and look at all the vehicles, I thought horses would have been more of a need through a lot of it. But if we try to look through some of them, like yeah, we do have a lot of other car ones now, which I unfortunately didn't fully expect. I might have clicked, I think I clicked something a little late and got a couple of these. It's fine and all, but like we might just skip them for a bit and skip those and go to fuel. So I don't really want to go to steam. I mean, they do go a fair bit faster. That's the difference. But like horses are a lot cheaper. So if we let's we'll put a little focus on horses. I think that'll be our balance. So let's see what we actually need to produce horses. We can probably produce them in this area for now. So if we come to the mod one, we still have the word horse there. So we have the horse feeding station as that, or the yard, which is fine. We do have a depot for them, which is fine. This is just a parking lot, which we could build in a moment. It's okay. We have a horse barn construction. Okay. Oh, it's a horse construction office. That's a cool one. Didn't realize. Okay, we might get into that then. That's pretty cute. Is this an in and out? Nope. Yeah, okay. So maybe we'll actually build one here. Oh, come on. I'll hit F1 to pop out of that. You build one here just for the lulls of it. There we go. I'll bump that down a little. This guy will automatically build it. It's fine. It's so. And if we look through the overview, yeah. So we split up where those resources went. It's fine. The price of this has just gone up, right? Oh, down. Cool. So we can sort of see these are the sort of things we'll need for these different steps. So the gravel is nice and easy. It's going to come from there and come to here. We do have this on a low priority. But we're going to need some other vehicles too, because we have a bulldozer, which is that horse, and then some carts that can pick up gravel. But we don't have everything we're going to need. So if we're going to look here, let's think back to the other construction stuff. So we had the bulldozer. We will need some bus stuff, which we'll get those after. But we'll need a concrete mixer. So maybe we'll just grab a 2-horse one. You know what? Yeah, just grab one for now. We'll grab the covered hull, and we'll probably only need one covered hull for a while. Grab the 2-horse. We don't care too much about tree felled capacity, because that's the same as an open hull, except some of them can just hold trees and some can't as easily. So that's the main difference. Blitzaball? I don't know what that one is, but I will. Oh. Yeah. We do have a fair bit of options. What was I looking for again? I forgot. Oh, an open haul. Just grab a 2-horse open haul. And then we'll sort of pop to the next one. I think we'll need... I don't care as much about... Why can I sew? What can you do that you... Oh, because you can also bulldoze and excavate. Okay. Did I get an excavator? I don't remember. We'll find out here. 2-horse, yeah, excavator. Covered. Concrete. I didn't grab open. That's the one I didn't grab. We'll just grab 2 open hulls. Here we go. 2-horse opens. Beautiful. So, these guys. And then we'll actually come to here. Is the tough one. Is actually going to just be bus. And then, which one goes faster? Yeah, these ones go faster. So, we'll just grab 2 of these. So, all these will actually need sources. So if we were to come here, what's in this? So these are concrete mixers. So if we even click on concrete, where are we going to get concrete? Well, we have to get it from the border for now. We're going to hopefully produce it after, but for now it's got to come from the border. Steel, bricks, I'm out of order, that's fine. Prefabs, boards. Yeah, okay, I got those in the wrong-ish order, but it's close enough. These dumpers, do you know where asphalt comes from? You guys can just, yeah, here, you're going to need asphalt as an option, so they can get asphalt from the border. There you go. And those, oh, inflatable balls for training and yoga. Okay, just to ride one of those around. And then these are just open halls again, so we'll just grab these. So steel, oh, I didn't hit the assign button, that's okay. So steel, bricks, prefabs, boards. This guy will also need to be taught. Mix, elects, come from there. Okay, that should be everything it should need. You don't have anything for gravel, you don't have anything for workers, you don't have anything for asphalt, so that's fine. And then we'll come here and we'll just teach this guy workers come from there. So you sort of see the border's a little full at the moment. Which, it's okay, it's not great to have, but as we're going to slowly get resources delivered here. So let's see, what do you have? You have some concrete, and you're going to bring the concrete here. So we have all the gravel we're going to need for this. We sort of missed that. Then we're going to get the concrete we're going to need is about to be delivered, I believe. Yeah, look at that. So there's the concrete. And what's this? Oh, here is, why don't you have anybody? Oh, you're just going to the office still. I didn't realize how slow that was. Whoops. So you're at the office. If we sort of see here, we also have some workers. So there's a limited amount of them that come all the time. But they'll sort of pop in, and then when a bus... Is that a bus? Nope, that's concrete. When a bus comes... Come on, where's the bus at? I was just talking about... Oh, did I not get y'all? There you go. You can just know everything. Happy? There we go. I guess I must have... Oh, I might have done it to this one. No, I didn't teach that one workers. Weird. I don't know, but that's fine. So it's fine that they know everything. This is just workers. So there we go. So the bus is traveling to the border to get some workers, and then it's going to bring them to here to start construction. And so to see, there is the excavator is on site. So there's some bits that are going to need some excavating. And apparently there is also... oh, that is the excavator. I was wondering what that was. So here's the little horse-drawn excavator. It's just going to flatten the ground out for it. So like if you don't flatten before you build, it'll sort of try to flatten out whatever's in the middle of it, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's more concrete. Come on, have you not gotten all the concrete yet? Nope. Okay, it's almost gotten most of it. And the asphalt, it's gotten some of the asphalt, right? Yeah. Surprised. Oh, there's probably the last truck's probably here. There's the last asphalt one. So you can even see it's in the back of it. And so to see the resources they need. So going in and out. Can I rename this? I could. Here you go. What are we going to rename this? Let's rename this one for you. You are the horse bulldozer, Rob. That's you. Right there. Look at you. Found you. Forgot I could rename vehicles. There we go. So we do have a horse construction office going. But we have that. Is it stables? No, stables is park. Merchant is where we can sell for people. Horse feed converter. What that's gonna do? Oh. What? No, that seems cheaty. What the hell is this? Oh. No. Huh? I'm a little bit more confused on this one, honestly. I don't know if it's supposed to like sell crops or wood or something in order to do that, but it seems a little weirder to me. But there we go. We wanted the horse breeder and wagon workshop. So this will take crops, fabric, and wood, and it'll produce us horses. So if we were to build it, we could probably put it like here-ish. It is gonna be our first industry here. So there we go, that's fine on medium. We'll probably use one of these guys to sort of try to feed this guy too if we can. So if we sort of remember back, or if we look back here, this construction office is on low. But because this one isn't on medium, it's gonna actually get more of the priority towards it. Which is fine. You are the lonely horse. I did see the one horse. I know what I did. You know, we choose to have that free guy there. Okay. So there we go. Well, we're getting some good progress on our horses just frolicking around here. Let's start getting stuff. We'll see what this needs. Unfortunately, it doesn't say if it needs or what it needs yet. Very mechanics-wise, but it should be fine with just the amount of workers should come in a second. But yeah, we'll be able to get some of those. Horse stables? No, horse stables. I thought we would have a thing. Huh. I guess not. For a parking lot you would have it, but that's okay. This horse merchant, yeah. So theoretically we would be able to in the future put like a horse merchant here, let's say. And then they'd be able to come if we see these little yellow arrows popping out of them. So these are like input outputs. So certain buildings will have them, certain won't. So like the horse feed converter apparently has it, and you'd be able to use it with some like warehouses and such. In little areas that have certain storages. Let's see, any of the horses? No, that's the only horse ones that have it. We'd be able to sort of pass items to each other without needing us to truck it in between. Or if we do make a longer line, we can like use certain forklifts and bring it in between. Do I even have a forklift here? I don't know. Do I have... Nah, I don't see forklifts yet. We do already have a lot of train stuff. I didn't realize. Okay. There's a mess, sewing, snowplow, sewage, yeah. No forklifts yet, but we'll unlock them eventually. I believe the Americans do have some forklifts already, though. So if we did want to look towards them. Okay, if we looked at dollars and just clicked here. The Americans are kind of pretty close to, like, immediately into cars. So we could... a light goal of mine was to sort of try to get us to them. I do want to... Let's start with horses. Horses seems like a pretty easy market to sort of try to build up and ship out. We're close enough to the border that I'm hoping we can like use the horse breeder early on to just sort of bring stuff in and send horses back out and sort of sell them for money. I don't exactly remember how, but we'll figure it out as we go. You know, if we're one thing but resourceful. So let's look at some of the storage options we have, because that is going to need fabric and boards. Sorry. Here's storage. I do see the distribution. We don't need those. Okay, here we go. So open storages. We want to find a pretty cheap one. You don't have a road connection for us, so that's not going to work for all. Okay, here we go. So this small open storage does have an ability for us. Those distribution offices are in the way. There we go. Boop. So build that. We're gonna actually build this on a low priority. Oh, did not build it. Oh, it did. It's just very clear. What do you need? Oh, you literally only take 6 days. You don't take anything. Might as well just make you a high priority and get you over with. So there we go. Here's a bus full of 12 workers on its way in. And when the workers come, they'll sort of start some construction. So you can see the construction progress is pretty low, but can they not do some? Yeah, there we go. So you can see the work days goes down a little bit over time. And they're slowly using some of the resources on the construction site. So they don't need all the materials in order to work. They might need a bit of each though. So if some of them do take more than one, like here eventually would need gravel and asphalt. That would be one that sort of needs that push of multiple items. But yeah, these horses are getting work done. Our construction, our gravels are pretty full. I kind of want to make a small warehouse and stuff of some sort. The only guys I really want at the border, I want the distribution offices ones, because they can take a full cart. There's going to be some times with like these trucks, not trucks, but these horse carriages might not take a full cart of gravel. And that's going to waste some space. There's a tiny opening, yeah. No, I didn't give you a comment on that one. Here we go. You can sort of see horse barns slowing down a bit, but that's okay. Because we did put a little more focus here. Let's jump back and forth a couple more times to the front of it, and we'll just grab another double bus. So there we go. Just grab a few more buses there. Yeah, road trains. Okay, look at that. So we have this built. This guy is going to only hold boards. You don't need to do this limit thing, but I kind of do it just because I mess up a lot of the time. So if I do the limit, I won't mess up. This is an open hall, so we'll just do that. And we'll just add it in. And we'll set it to unload. There we go. Oh, you need power. Okay. So the next thing we can start looking towards is we're going to need power too in this area. Okay. Oh, that's cute. I did have a couple of these pass-through substations, and then I had a couple of the house-looking ones. Do the workshop. I believe, yeah. Unfortunately, they don't really get I would love if buildings got a description, but I feel like that's just so much words and things to go with. I don't want the input. I believe these are pass-throughs. Not 100% sure. When is this? Oh. What? Oh, is this like underground? What? I don't remember this. Let's look. We'll hit F3 to look underground. No, it's just visually not showing up. Okay. Yeah, visually not showing up. I guess that's the distance. So like, oh. Yeah. So this is what I guess it maybe. Oh, no, that's weird. You're just like there. Okay. I see you now. You're just like really off axis. I don't know why. Let's see if we can find this one. I'll just keep rotating. Yeah, these guys are just off character. That's weird. I guess maybe the way the mod was compiled or something near the end. But yeah, those house things, yeah, we don't really care about those, so we'll avoid a bit of that. I kind of like the look of the tower one. We'll see. How much does it cost? Honestly, it's pretty cheap. Oh, no, that's not the one I'm looking about. Let's see, yeah, this is the one I was looking at. Custom boards, custom steel. Okay, this is just a one, yeah. Let's go with the tower one for the giggles. I like the look of it. Let's pop out of underground mode. Oh, it's 3, it's 4. And I'll just pop it over here. Yeah, we can build it just here. It should have a range of, what, 300? Yeah, most things have a range of about 300 meters. Oh, just 250. Okay. That's fine. So, I mean, I wasn't wrong, I guess, when I said about 300. So, and we'll just throw you there. Boop. So that is slowly going to get worked on too now. And then we do need to get power to it. So one of the easy ways would be just to come here and just, I often use underground to start. It's a little beyond our capacity and it's a little pricey-ish. But like, it doesn't cost us steel. Oh, can I not connect to that? Does it only have medium? I guess it might only have medium connections. Yeah, you only have medium connections. Ugh, that's a little bit bothersome, but that's fine. We'll make it work. That's a slow way to build it. 72 is pretty cheap. There we go. And we'll do that, and then we do need to remember to hit the start construction button. There we go. So if we look underground, we have a little wire we're going to be laying it from there all the way to the tower. And that can be some early power. We could also look towards, we do have a lot of power infrastructure. Oh, I do have a windmill organizer. Yeah, looking at some of these, there's been talks about some of the, oh, are they in here? The substation I wanted? No, that's a switch. Thought there was going to be one of them that was going to do power. Also, I'm just peeking at quick eye. It's trolley bus rails, all that. Yeah, you can sort of see some different combs. But there was some talk that if you see these extra connections, that there's going to be a priority set up on them eventually. That's fine. If we were to look at some of our power plant stuff. Where's palm tree? Oh. What? Why is this? Okay. I don't understand. Why do these palm trees cost power? They like light up or something? Let me pop out of that. Because this is a transformer. I don't know what these palm trees are doing. But we do have some fancy windmills. We're definitely not going to build that yet. But, oh, apparently this just has like any free power thing is there. I did have a couple solar panel stuff. Oh, can this traffic LED sign actually produce power? What? It produces a tiny amount of power. I guess because these use some, right? Yeah. So it does have these traffic signs that use power. That can... It was kind of cool. I did have a few geothermal stuffs. I feel like they're a little cheaty, so we might not use them yet. Kind of wanted to go to solar, but let's look for those old windmills. That's what I was looking for. So here we go. These take workers? Really? I don't like windmills as much anymore. Why does it take workers? Like, it spins. It makes wind. What? What a weird power. That's better. So that's the one I was looking for. I just put you here is fine. This is a V2. Is there a V1? Yeah. Oh, that's the difference. Let's look at the difference, actually. They both produce 5. Which one costs more steel? Oh, this one costs way less steel. Yeah, I think we're going with the one that costs less steel. Boop. You look like you have a road connection. Yep, perfect. So this should be the gist of what we need. This guy's actually going to be set to a lower priority because it doesn't matter as much to us. And just a new cart. Let's see how we do in here. Okay, it's getting the resources slowly, but it's gonna take a lot of workers coming there. This guy's already got the boards it needs, which is cute. We can take a second and look at what other horse stuff this would need. Do I know what LED stands for? That's a good question, and we might... we can lie and say I do. Well, we can take a moment and find out.